Welcome at Crypto Future Investing. What you can see here is Crypto Panic. That's an application that aggregates all information, all news from many different news wires, news articles, news websites in a nice and clean view for you, so you can easily go through everything on one application instead of jumping from one website to another. So we do highly recommend using it. It's a Crypto Panic or cryptopanic.com if you want to use it on the PC. If we can see is what recently happens is activity, and that activity is happening on every single chain. So, for example, we could see that the Bitcoin is becoming congested. If you would click on that subject here again, it would take you to the original article. We're just going to stay on CryptoPanic because it's showing us a nice and clean view of the information. So even Binance had to halt withdrawals because Bitcoin blockchain had so many delays. Part of those delays were caused by those a la Bitcoin NFTs, ordinals and all of them, that are growing on Bitcoin blockchain. So is that a positive sign for Bitcoin that it becomes slightly similar to Ethereum? I'm not sure. The fact is, if Bitcoin blockchain will be a bit more expensive and slower, a lot of activity will probably move, as it was in the case of Ethereum, to a Lightning Network. So we'll see how it goes. And the fact is that it is happening. It doesn't matter if somebody likes it or not. Aave DAO passes proposal to deploy on Ethereum layer 2 Metis network. So that's interesting because Metis network is valued at 116 million. Fully diluted valuation is 266 million. So that means it is still investable. Of course, on this channel we are not an investment advisor, so you need to get a proper investment advisor if you want to invest. We're just sharing what we find in, so treat it only as information. But it's good for Metis DAO. It means acceptance is there. Also, Metis is using roll-ups, ZK Snark roll-ups, so they're using the proper technology that Vitalik is all about. So it may be a good option, to actually have some of these tokens or take part in this ecosystem. As you can see, there is some activity on for Sui and Aptos. So because Sui and Aptos are blockchains that are quite related to technology that we see in Avalanche, and the Avalanche owner said that they are actually using the older version. Obviously he would be defending his own chain, but we kind of like Avalanche and what this guy is saying, Mr. Gurer, or whatever his name was, Amin Van Gurer from Avalanche. So we will be sticking to Avalanche. We are actually still supporting and taking part in chains like Avalanche, Phantom, Solana, Polkadot, obviously Arbitrum right now, and Matic or Polygon. Those are our main areas of involvement, just because we see activity there, and we can easily see what we are getting for the price. And in case of Aptos, Sui, and even Cardano, the valuations that they are presenting don't really reflect the activity on the network because there's actually nothing there yet. It doesn't mean that there won't be something, but we don't want to just buy something that is worth billions of dollars and that represents nothing yet. So we're gonna stand by on those. So Metis is getting interesting. Obviously, if you were taking our advice, you would not make money. That's why we do not give investment advice, because all you should do is just buy Pepe coin at the beginning of this month and now sell it, and you make much more money than all our divulgations, analysis, and all that. So that's why no advice from us. If we were good advisors, we would just told you to buy Pepe, and now we would just tell you to sell Pepe, and that's it. You're done for at least 5 years from now. But unfortunately, we are not advisors, and we did not know that Pepe will be such a success. Okay. So now let's us think what is happening now. So if you look at the chart of Bitcoin, we are reversing our gains for a bit. So that is something that we actually predicted 2 days ago, because we have seen that RSI going down from that overbought position finally. So we were looking to find a spot to add to our positions, and we are slowly getting there. So at that point, it won't be stupid to add a bit more. Obviously not by everything, but maybe by 30% now. See what happens. If we go lower, we can always buy 30% and start buying while we are taking a breather in price appreciation, because we are closing to that Bitcoin halving. We are closing to a new Bitcoin bull market. If we will see additional problems to the banks, if we will see additional troubles to bankers, that will only convince even more people to use Bitcoin either as a store of value or as that limited NFT chain, whatever they present with those ordinals and others, or whatever use case. It is decentralized. It is not. It is like the only network not controlled by any company or organization that you can treat. You can become your own bank by just keeping your wealth in Bitcoin. Ethereum is a different beast. It is kind of controlled by Vitalik and the Ethereum Foundation, so it's a bit different. But that is what it is. You can see application Cash App makes 25% sales are going up. Okay, so activity is on the rise. So we got activity on Bitcoin on the rise. Chain halts. That means there's a lot of new players joining the network. Then you've got Cash App. Then you've got high fees on Ethereum. Recently also Arbitrum has huge activity on, there you go, decoding. Arbitrum, we mentioned that before, is outperforming every L2 on Ethereum. It's a fantastic chain. It reminds us of Solana of the last cycle, when every interesting application or protocol was built on Solana. Now everything that you can literally see that is interesting is built on Arbitrum. Arbitrum is cheap as well. You've got good developers, so it may be a main ecosystem, main token for this bull market. Arbitrum, in our opinion. We were looking at activity on the chain when we proposed Arbitrum to you. There's really a lot of positives. They're not using ZK Snark technology yet. They said they're gonna wait until it's ready. So Arbitrum thinks that optimistic rollups are better developed for now than the ZK rollups, but if they're right, we shall see. So even after that airdrop, Optimum remained top volume layer 2 and soon top volume chain on the planet, probably, because it already overtook Ethereum. That's why we're saying that Polygon and Arbitrum as a must in your portfolio. Token itself, but also an ecosystem. So we've got activity growing all over the place, and Bitcoin halving just around the corner. So all I can say is just get ready, because even if we drop now even more, we should not drop much. And what will be next after activity goes up and grows so much?